Hey guys, it's Lindsay and welcome back to my channel. So today starts a new reading vlog for me, and it is currently Monday, August 15th. And I have done some reading today. So over the weekend I started There Are No Saints by Sophie Lark. I ended up finishing that this morning. I gave it 4 stars. I have since started the second book. I'm not very far into it. I haven't even started it yet. I'm literally on chapter 1. So I'm hoping to read a little bit of it tonight, not too much, probably just a couple of chapters. But it's really good so far. I'm actually really liking the dynamic between the two artists and the main female character. I think it's very interesting. It has been a while since I've read one of these books. If you guys do not know, There Are No Saints is a serial killer romance series. There are 2 books. It's a duet. It's called The Sinner's Duet. So the first book is There Are No Saints. The second one is There Is No Devil or something like that. I think that's what it's called. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember. Yeah, There Is No Devil is the second book. So, I am currently reading that, which I'm really enjoying. And then the other thing that I ended up starting and finishing it today, I listened to it on audio, and that is A Game of Retribution by Scarlett St. Clair. This is book 2 in the Hades saga. This is basically a touch of darkness, that whole series, but in Hades' perspective. So this is what Hades is doing, in the same series as like A Touch of Darkness, but in A Touch of Darkness you really only get Persephone's side of it. So this is their series, this is Hades' series, but obviously it's in his point of view. So we are getting a 3rd book, and I think, what is it called? A Touch of Chaos. It does come out this, no, it comes out next year, September of 2023. So I did get to meet Scarlett St. Clair at the Book Bonanza, and I did get to talk to her a little bit about this series, and she said it's a very difficult series to write, and that's why it's giving her a little bit of a hard time. So that's why it's taking so long for her to get those books out, but I'm here for it. We'll be here in September of 2023 waiting for that book to come out. But I'm very much looking forward to it. I think there's also another book that's not part of this series, but I don't know if it comes out in fall. I don't think it does, because I think A Touch of Chaos is part of the Touch of Darkness series, and I think this one has a 3rd book that's coming out in spring. Don't hold me to that, I'm not entirely sure, but these books are basically like I said, the Hades perspective of A Touch of Darkness series. So you're supposed to read the books in a particular order, so you kind of get the same story, but it's in 2 different books. So it's not terrible. I actually gave both the books I read 4 stars today. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so tired. I did not sleep very well last night. I don't know, I was just up for a while. Like, I went to bed at like 11:30 and ended up waking up at 1, and then I was tossing and turning until 4, and then I got up and used the restroom, and then just came back in bed and laid down and watched TV a little bit, trying to go back to sleep. I fell asleep shortly after that, but yeah, it's been a interesting day to say the least. So this week's plans. It's kind of hard to figure out what I want to read this month or this week, because I am a very big mood reader. At this point, I have put Riot Rules back into the to be read stock for this month. I don't know if I will be getting to those books in the series, the Riot Rules and Riot Act. I don't know if I'll be getting to them. But I do have a lot of other books that I'm supposed to be reading this month. But to be honest, I just don't know if I want to read them. I'm a very big mood reader, so I think I might find something else to listen to on audio. It really just depends on my mood. So I have 1, 2, three, four, five. I have 5 books here that are available to me on audio, so I might just pick one of those, or I just might pick up something that interests me that is on my TBR, and I can get audio for it. So as of right now, I don't really have an audiobook picked out. I might start Exodus, but a lot of people are telling me to read that physically, so I might cut out time where I can listen to it and read it physically at the same time. So we'll do that. And then, yeah, I don't know what kind of reading mood I'm in. Currently it's serial killer romance novels. But anyway, that's really all I have for right now. I'm gonna go and hop in the shower, wash the day off. I need to wash my hair, really. It's bad. And I'm probably going to just sit back, relax, watch a little bit of TV, maybe read my Kindle a little bit. But other than that, it's really all I got for you right now. So I will check in with you guys later and let you know what my reading was. But I'm sure your next update is going to be tomorrow because I don't have any idea what I want to read right now. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, so it is now Tuesday, August 16th, which means it's release day for a lot of things. But overall, today's been a good day. I have completed 3 things and started a 4th. Now, I do want to preface this on the 3 things that I did finish were not planned, and they were also very short novellas, like hour-long audiobooks. So it is a series that I was planning on reading anyway, so just not this month. And there was not really another audiobook that I really wanted to listen to, so I just kind of picked out some things that I wanted to read, so I did that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the things that I did read today. So first of all, I read Kate's Crew, which is book 1 in the Power Tools series. Then I read Morgan's Surprise, which is book 2, and then Kayla's Gift, which is book 3. I have already read Devon's Pair. That was the first book I actually read in the series. And then I have books 5, 6, and 7 still left to read. But I think I met my quota of Jane Ryland books that I can listen to in a month. So, or at least in a week. So I don't have access to her other titles until the 22nd, which is next week. So yeah, maybe I'll be able to listen to the rest of the series next week. But that is the 3 books that I read so far today. These are super short, like I said. So like this, Kayla's Gift is 132 pages. Not very long at all. Morgan's Surprise was 130 pages. And Kate's Crew is not numbered. I mean, it only goes up to, how many pages here? Oh, 96. So there's 96 pages in this novella. So these 3 novellas were super short, basically the size of a 300-page book. And I listened to about 4 hours of their audiobooks. So that's pretty good. And then I did read a book from, or started reading a book from my TBR, and that is Going Deep, which is book 2 in the Dive Masters series. This is the box set, so I have all 3 books here. I have read Going Down, which I believe is the longest of the 3, and that was with Asher and Waverly. And then Going Deep is between Sabine and Miguel, and Going Hard is Tosin and Kaori. I have not started that one yet because I have not finished Going Deep yet. So I am, I think I am majority of the way through this. Let me see what chapter. I think I'm on chapter 12. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. So let me see on my audiobook how much I have left. I am fully planning on finishing it tomorrow. I just haven't gotten to the rest of it. Yeah, so I have 58 minutes and 8 seconds left, which means I am on chapter 12 out of 22 chapters. So I have an hour left of the audiobook. That's literally just this much left. So I do have a little bit of ways to go, but overall not doing too bad. This book is a lot different than book one because book one is obviously setting up the whole series, so it is a little bit longer. So the first book, like, literally is 201 pages, and then the second book is like 150-ish pages, and then the third book is probably about the same, like 140 maybe. So I will be reading Tosin's book, but probably not this month. I will probably be reading it, I don't know when I'm reading it, but we'll see, because I am listening to the audio. I love Gregory Salinas. He's one of my favorite audiobook narrators, and I think I've talked about this before. I met Gregory Salinas at the Book Bonanza. He's a very sweet man. He's also very quirky, and his voice is definitely not what you think it is. And I think that's actually really funny. But he is the sweetest guy, and his voice is super nice when listening to the series. So I will hopefully be listening to the rest of the book tomorrow. But other than that, I really don't have much. I have not started There Is No Devil yet. I think I'm going to read a little bit of that tonight. But I do have to edit this week's vlog, or last week's vlog, so I can get that uploaded for tomorrow. But anyway, that's all I've got for right now. I'm going to just relax, turn on some YouTube, and maybe go to sleep a little early, even though it's only 9:45. I'm exhausted. It's been a really long day. I woke up late for work, and I got to work late this morning. So if that tells you where my brain is at this month, I don't know what does. So anyway, I'm gonna get going, edit my vlog, and chill out for the rest of the night, and I will check in with you guys a little bit later. Hey guys, so it is now Friday, August 19th, I believe. Yes. It has been a little bit since I last checked in with you guys. It's just been a little bit of a crazy week. I think the last time I checked in with you was actually on Tuesday. And I have read a little bit since then. So, let's see. I think the last update that I told you guys, I think I had like an hour left in the Going Deep, which is book 2 in the Dive Masters series by Jane Ryland. I have since finished the second book. I gave it, what did I give it? I gave it 4 stars. It was very cute. This one is about Miguel and Sabine is a biologist, and she was working with somebody, her mentor, and he basically found a cure or found a treatment for cancer, and the higher powers that be did not want this new medication to come about because then a lot of money would be lost, and so he unfortunately dies. And so her mission is to finish his research, and it was a good book. Miguel is a friend from the past. He was also a mentee of the doctor that Sabine worked for, but overall it was not a bad book. The smut scenes were okay. This book was definitely insta-love, which I very much expected because, I mean, it's Jane Ryland. I will expect to have some sort of insta chemistry in the books. So I did finish Going Deep, which was really cute. After I read that, I ended up picking up oh gosh, In Bed with Mr. Wrong by Katie Robert. This is book 1 in the Men in Uniform series or something along those lines. I also gave this book 4 stars. It was good. Out of Uniform, sorry. That's the name of the series. It was good. It's about this guy who is a like pararescuer, and he saves basically other Marines or other people, other soldiers that need to be rescued from dangerous situations. And it is about that guy, and he meets a girl named Bree, and Bree is a little librarian who has a troubled past and has abandonment issues. So when these two meet, it is very much insta hate. They cannot stand each other, yet they have undeniable chemistry in the bedroom. So it was very good. I very much enjoyed it. It was a 4-star read for me. I tend to rate a lot of books as 4 stars, even though they might be like 3 to 3.5 star books. I tend to rate them a little bit higher. If it's an okay book for me, then it's gonna get a 4 star. If it was like this is kind of a pointless book to the series, then it'll get like a 3 for me. If there's really no plot, it was just smut, most of the time those get 3s for me as well. But if it's got a well thought out plot and a well thought out relationship, and the smutty scenes are there, then I tend to give those books 5 stars. So I really enjoyed it. But I don't know if I'll like continue on with the series anytime soon. I do know that they take place with like different characters, so not a bad one. But yeah, and also the whole miscommunication thing, not cute. I don't like it. It's not my favorite trope. So I could have gone without that, but other than that, it was totally fine and a 4-star read. And then the last book that I ended up finishing today, I read 3 books today, just so you know, and that is Going Hard, which is book 3 in the Dive Master series. This was about Tosin and Kahori. I'm mispronouncing her name, I'm sure. But it was a good little conclusion to the end of this series. I do wish that their books were a little bit longer than the 200 pages. It just felt like the last couple of chapters were just trying to wrap things up. And it was like, I don't know, like it was just wrap things up and that was it. So, yeah, not a bad book, 4 stars again. But like I said, I do wish they were just a tad longer, and maybe there could have been a little bit of an epilogue. I would have really enjoyed that. But overall, I'm glad that I finally finished this series. It was very good, like I said, and I don't think that it's something that you can just skip over. I actually really enjoyed it. So those are the 3 books that I ended up reading, or at least finishing today. The other thing is I am 20% into There Is No Devil by Sophie Lark. This is book 2 in the Sinners Duet. I read book 1. I absolutely loved that. I talked about that a little bit on Monday. I have not read any more, at least today. I'm trying to, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I am 20% into this book. It's taking me a little bit longer to get into this book, just because it's serial killer book and I'm like having a little bit of a hard time at getting into the groove of it, but actually really enjoyed it. So we're hoping to get at least 50% of the way through that book this weekend. I do also have a little bit of a book haul. It's literally just 1 book, and that is Claimed by Jane Ryland. This is book 5 in the Power Tools The Shields series. This is the spin-off to the spin-off to the spin-off of Power Tools. So there's Power Tools, and then the spin-off to that is Hot Rides, and then the spin-off to Hot Rides is Hot Rods, and then the spin-off to Hot Rods is this, I think. Or Hot Rides might be the motorcycle and Hot Rods might be the car. It's contractors, then cars or mechanics, and then motorcycle mechanics. So there's those 3, and then this is a spin-off to one of the books from Hot Rides. I think it's called Slow Ride, and in that book there is a character. His name is Jordan. He is a agent, like a federal agent, or at least he was, and then he created his own security firm, and that's the Shields. So I think that's a better explanation of it. But this is book 5. This is about Karolina, Tavish, and Ash, I want to say. What is his name? Legend. I'm sorry. So this is about Karolina, Tavish, and Legend. Ash was in book 4. So anyway, this is good. And then there is one more book after this, which I believe is called Branded or something along those lines. So we'll see about that. But anyway, this, I don't know if I'm going to be reading it this weekend or if I will be reading it next week, but I'm sure it'll be read shortly. So anyway, that is my update for right now. I am going to update my reading journal because with the addition of these 3 books, that means this journal is officially filled. I have gotten to page 98 of this one, and so I have read 3 books, so 99 and 100 will be full, and then I will have to start my new book journal, which I do have because I ordered it already, and that is this here. So this is part 1, this is part 2, and I'm super excited for this. It's going to be so much fun. I think I'm going to do a little bit different on how I put in my book covers, because the way that the book covers are in here right now, I don't really like it. So I think I'm just going to push it up a little bit on the page, but we'll see. I just want to make it easier for me to write down my thoughts here. So I either might put it up higher or just, I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet, but I will. So anyway, that's all I have for right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this little update. As far as this weekend's plans go, I am going to get my hair done tomorrow at probably, I think it's like 9 a.m. is my appointment. So I have that, and then I work on Sunday. So tomorrow I plan on doing some filming because I do have to get some videos up for the end of August, beginning of September, because that's right around the corner. And then I have some other things with my second job that I need to get done in preparation of us moving. So that's what I got right now. And I think that's all I'm going to have for right now. I might check in with you guys a little bit later. Probably not, because I don't think I'm going to be able to read anything tonight. I might just stick to YouTube and Netflix and just chillax for the next couple of days. But we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to go now because I've been rambling for the last 5 minutes, I'm sure, and this clip is probably way too long. But anyway, I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it's Lindsay, and it is now Monday, August 22nd, so I have not been the best of a vlogger this week, but it is what it is. We're just going to deal with it. But I wanted to go ahead and close out this vlog. I did really good with my reading this week. I read a total of 8 things. A couple of them were full-length novels, others were just like little novellas that were like 150 to 200 pages. So I still count them as books, but they weren't full length. So what did I read this week? So Monday on the 15th, I think I ended up reading 2 different books. It's a lot. So first we have There Are No Saints by Sophie Lark. This is book 1 in the Sinner's Duet. Very good. I loved it. It was a serial killer romance, so if you're not into that, just beware that is what it is. And then shortly after that, I started and finished A Game of Retribution by Scarlett St. Clair. This is book 2 in the Hades saga. Book 3 comes out later on, I think, like early next year, but I could be wrong. But very much looking forward to it. And then I read 3 novellas by Jane Ryland, which is Kate's Crew, Kayla's Gift, and Morgan's Surprise. That is book 1, 2, and 3 out of the Power Tool series. And then I did end up reading 2 more Jane Ryland books this week, and that is Going Deep and Going Hard, both, it's book 2 and book 3 of the Dive Master series. So that series is now complete, which I'm really excited about. And then I also read In Bed with Mr. Wrong by Katie Robert, which is book 1 in the Out of Uniform series. So overall, I did really good this week. I don't think I'm going to read that many things in the coming weeks, but I think I'm already at like 15 books for the month already. I'm not sure. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, 17. I'm at 17 books for the month so far. So it being the 22nd, I'm doing really well. I don't want to do like 1 book a day, but I feel like that's going to be the easiest way of getting books read, because I do have some smaller books that I will be reading next week. And I listen to a lot of audiobooks, so that's another thing that gets done pretty quickly around here. So anyway, that's going to be it for this week's vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please let me know what you thought about it. If you've read any of these books that I talked about in this vlog, please let me know. Yeah, and I think that's it. So with that being said, I do have some social media links in the description box below. I am very active on Instagram and Goodreads, so you can check me out there. That's where I tend to give most of my updates. But I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the videos that I have been posting. I've been pretty good about keeping my page up to date and having everything edited and uploaded before it is supposed to go out. So I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the content that is currently being put out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.